The Miami boat tour or boat cruise remains one of the top 10 things to do on your next visit to Miami. Come with me this morning as I prepare to go on the Miami boat tour and cruise with my friend. So I had to prepare and moisturize my locks, oiled my locks properly with different oils, and made sure that I was well hydrated and ready for the day. And then I got set, dressed my hair properly, and felt so good and comfortable. And then I packed my bag, because we had to get the hat. I got this hat for me and my friend that I'll be going with. I got the sunscreen, my lip balm, I took my purse, my jacket, and of course my perfume. And I left the house to the car. And within few minutes, I'm caught up with my friend Fatima. She's also a PhD mom like me, and she loves fun. In fact, when you see me going on different adventures during my this PhD journey, she has so many of the accolades. Like she keeps encouraging me and keep pushing me to go out, let's go have fun. And I'm so grateful for the gift of her. And then we started the ride. We had to take the city bus because we didn't want to drive all the way down to the place, not because we couldn't drive actually, but driving, number one, the journey was far, and then we're going to have to pay for parking, look for parking and have to pay for parking. But driving was going to give us more advantage. Number one, it was going to be very cheap, at just about $2.25, and then we do not have to pay for parking. And then we also get to really see the city. There are some parts of the city you will never see until you get on the bus or on the train. So at this point, we arrived at our last bus stop just in front of the bay. And trust us, girlies, we had to take our time to absorb the beautiful environment. We had to take so many pictures. In fact, we spent close to 30 minutes or 15 minutes out here just taking pictures, because why not? The place was really beautiful, and of course I was also looking so deep. Look at my friend Fatima. So at this point we decided to explore the environment first before we went into the bayfront. So the boat tour it happens at the bayfront, so there's a bay there, so we had to find our way to the bay. Initially we went down this lane until we realized that was not the way, and then we traced our steps and found the entrance to the bayfront. And then this is the Bayside Market. If you're coming to Miami for the first time, come with your money, because trust me, you're going to see so many beautiful things to buy. You're going to have so many evidences to prove that you really came to Miami, from the beautiful mesh, the t-shirts, the caps, the heart, the jewelries, the different things, the meal, the drinks. Oh no, the Bayside Market was really a beautiful place to be, but unfortunately we didn't really get to buy anything here, because we came prepared and we stay in Miami. So we came with our own heart, we came dressed for the place. But trust me, if you come and you have in mind to get some things beautiful for yourself, maybe before you leave Miami, this place is a good place for you to get almost everything you need to show that you came to Miami. Oh, beautiful Miami. So we actually took our time to go around and look around and see what they had in the stores, and just feed our eyes. We did a lot of window shopping. So you see they have so many different things, scarves, hearts, and all of that. And then after scanning through the Bayside Market, we decided to go to the ticket boxes so that we could get the ticket. And then we met this.
It's guided, so they're going to tell you as you go around each place where you're going, whose it is, fun facts of the bay. It's an hour and a half. How much?
So after getting our tickets was for like $35. After getting our tickets, we had to get a drink and sat down to talk while we waited for our cruise time. We spent like an hour waiting for our cruise time, and we also decided to walk around some more and explore and just look around and see what the places had for us. And of course we took more pictures and enjoyed the hot Miami sun. And this was us taking I took a strawberry smoothie, and my friend had something else, and then we started preparing at this point to get to the cruise. Yeah, that's my friend over there. She didn't even know I was recording. And then I applied my sunscreen because I heard that the sun out there is going to be something else, so I had to apply the sunscreen. And I felt so I did some more, try to relax, feel good, and get ready for the 90-minute tour. And when it was time, we started walking down to the bayside where we were going to board. So those are the boats over there. You can see the boats. This was like the closest of the front views that I could get, and we boarded the Island that's the Island Queen. Yeah, the Island Queen cruise. That was the boat we used for the tour. And we realized that we had a little more time before boarding, so we decided to take some more pictures. Why not? When we're looking all colorful and beautiful, we just decided to create as much memory as we could at this point. So this is the closest I also got to the boat, and you could see that the boat was covered. It wasn't open like I thought. I was initially thinking that the boat was going to be open, so the sun was going to be so much on us, but fortunately this boat was covered. It was not like an open boat like I thought. So boom, it was time. We started walking down to board, and that's our ticket. And then we met these people who told us that they were going to check us in, and then we're going to take a picture. We thought they were just using it for maybe the agency or something, and we said, oh, why not, let's take a picture. And we took the picture, only for us to get in later and we're told that we're going to pay for the pictures. We're like, what the hell? Why would you take our pictures and print them in large quantity that way, and you didn't tell us that you were going to print them and you're going to make us pay for them? Anyway, it's not compulsory. You mustn't take it. If you don't want it, you can let them know that you don't need it, and they can do whatever they wish to. But I didn't find that funny, actually. So take note, when you get to this point and you have people wanting to take your pictures, just know that they are likely going to tell you to pay for it. So if you're not willing to pay for any printed paper pictures or whatever, just tell them that you're not interested. And then we started going up the boat. I was so excited at this point. I think we are like the first set of persons who got on this cruise. We learned that the place is usually packed. Like, it's usually filled. Like, most times that if you don't come on time, you're not going to get space and all of that. But the reverse was the case in our own time. I think it was because this was a weekday. We went on a Tuesday or on Wednesday, so people were still at work. So we had just few persons on this cruise with us. And yes, the sun was really, really hot. So if you're going to be doing this in summer in Miami, make sure that you come with your cap, sunglasses, just something, to shield you a little bit from the sun. And, so we didn't have much people on this cruise. We were just about barely 15 or maybe about 20 on this cruise. And when it was time, we left, and trust me, I was so excited. It was it was a very interesting experience for me. We had this tour guide who was explaining to us throughout the the cruise, and we had a moment of introduction. He asked us to introduce ourselves, and we had people coming from the United Kingdom, we had people from Argentina, we had people from Colombia, we had people from Miami too on this cruise. And I was like, oh, people really travel that far and wide just to come to Miami? Why not? Miami is a very beautiful place, and it is a place worth visiting. So please, if you're going to plan to visit Florida, do not forget to add this to the list of the things you should do before leaving Miami.
In the garbage cans. Other than that, relax and have a good time. We'll be on our way. So we hope you enjoy our trip. Title Millionaires Route. There's history, there's mentions, there's places, there's fun facts. There's so much to talk about and see. But before we start, since we only have 16 passengers, then when I point to you, please tell me where you and your group live. So I'm going to be totally random. I'm going to start with you two in the back corner. You're visiting from where?
We live in Miami.
From Chicago. We got Bulls fans. Okay. How about we got Ravens fans. Okay, how about that corner?
I'm not nothing.
Well, actually, I'm in that corner all the way in the back.
Yeah, that is
Leonard. Wales. And you said Argentina. Oh, you know what that means? Now I gotta do the trip in English and Spanish. No problem. And how about you two? Colombia. Okay, so welcome aboard. We hope you enjoy yourselves. And because they're from Argentina and they're from Colombia, well, of course. Aquí hay muchas tiendas, restaurantes, bares, entretenimiento familiar y barcos turísticos como el nuestro. Here's Bayfront Park, created in 1980, site for concerts and events. Every March, here we have the Ultra Festival. Cuando al recibirlo, hay que llenarlo completamente y dárselo a ella cuando termine. Más adelante, anunciaremos a los ganadores de la rifa, así que adelante, es gratis para participar. Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to our channel for more adventures and more interesting stories about living in Florida, especially Miami.
And unload all the containers on and off of one ship. The port is responsible for 340,000 jobs here in South Florida and yearly generates about $61 billion to our local economy. Les dije que la isla allá atrás, Cayo Berkel, es construida. Se nota que está ese canal de 700 pies llamado Government Cut o corte del gobierno, que quiso decir que el puntito chiquito que quedó se convirtió en una nueva isla de 20 acres o llamada la Isla Fisher. Los primeros 3 dueños fueron Dana Dorsey, el primer millonario negro de Miami, luego Carl Fisher, el principal desarrollador de la ciudad de Miami Beach. Luego la familia Vanderbilt, los dueños de la compañía de ferrocarriles centrales de Nueva York, porque Fisher cambió la isla por su yate. Su mansión sigue en la isla.
Yes, exactly.
Cuando estábamos en la isla Fisher, mencioné a Carl Fisher. Carl Fisher era un empresario millonario de Indiana, pionero de la industria automotriz y ciclismo, creador de la carrera de carros Indianapolis 500 y el que creó la primera carretera de este país, la carretera Lincoln. En la avenida Brickell, él tenía su mansión donde vacacionaba. Siendo un empresario de grandes y locas ideas y muchas conexiones, Skyline fue fundada el 26 de marzo de 1915. Fisher llamó a sus compañeros empresarios y ellos vinieron para construir mansiones, edificios, hoteles, tiendas, campos de golf, campos de polo, concesionarios de carros, islas y mucho más. Fisher hizo todos los acuerdos de negocio, la publicidad y 23 a 1000, más de 800 edificios de este tipo en esta ciudad. Incluso este año marca el centenario de la creación de este movimiento artístico Art Deco que comenzó en París. So, which is now 1-800-CONTACT. Today he's CEO of SK Real. To the 1930s mansion that's getting a makeover. 2 months ago, its then owner, Joan Robbins, sold it for $38 million to a private buyer. The Robbins family are dedicated to the preservation of historical buildings here in the county. Salto a la mansión de los años 30 que la están remodelando. Hace 2 meses, su entonces dueña, Joan Robbins, la vendió por 38 millones a un comprador privado. La familia Robbins están dedicados a la preserva de edificios históricos aquí en el condado. These 2 white mansions belong to Wendy and Wayne Hallman. Wendy, CEO, Wayne, President of Ridgeback Capital Management, so they are hedge fund investors. Las 2 mansiones blancas son de Wendy y Wayne Hallman. Wendy, directora ejecutiva, Wayne, presidente de Ridgeback Capital Management, así que son inversionistas de fondo de cobertura. The mansion with a gazebo was purchased 5 years ago for $20 million by Lawrence Latchett, a private equity saver from demolition. However, he had the mansion lifted up and moved from the right side of the property over to the left. Philip Frost, a German president of Opco Pharmaceuticals, inventor of a revolutionary disposable punch biopsy tool. He has developed treatments for rhinitis, diabetes, and cell disease. He was dermatology professor at University of Miami, where today you'll find the process. They are home to the Miami Symphony Orchestra, Florida Band Opera, and the Miami City Ballet. Aquí adelante hay 2 hermosos teatros, completados en 2006, diseñados por
We had come to the end of the tour. At this time, we were just talking about the tour and trying to make sense on the beautiful experience we had. And we also noticed that some places were selling the tickets for $25, but nevertheless we had nothing to regret because we thoroughly enjoyed our tour. So we decided to also walk around and feed our eyes on some parts of the bay that we didn't see while on the tour. And then we took some pictures, we visited the park, and we really had a swell time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed the vlog. And also, I would add some little tips. It's not compulsory to come with a jacket, but it is just necessary because sometimes while on the bay, the weather could really get drop and it could feel kind of chilly. And so I would just advise you could just have a jacket or something light in your bag. And also don't forget to have your sunscreen, and don't forget to ensure that you stay hydrated and you have your hat on, if you're going to come during the day when the sun is really hot. And then something else I learned, that the sunset is really a beautiful sight to behold in the evening. So if you can, try to schedule your tour towards the evening so you would enjoy the beautiful sunset at this location. I bet you're gonna enjoy it. Thank you for coming to our channel. I hope you like it here, and I hope you would subscribe, like, and leave a comment for us. Bye.